our show. I think we've got a wonderful one for you this evening, along with Peter Matz and our terrific orchestra. We have our regulars, Harvey Korman, Vicki Lawrence, and Tim Conway. I'm really kind of sorry to see this week come to a close because we've had a lady, our special guest. I've never worked with her before. I hope this isn't the last time. She has just been so terrific. If possible, she's even nicer. Well, let me phrase this right. She's an even nicer lady than she is a great actress. I don't know if that's possible, but it might be. Miss Joanne Woodward. For you tonight, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
From Television City, Hollywood, it's the Carol Burnett Show. With Harvey Korman, Vicki Lawrence, Tim Conway.
Put a friend for a duck, maybe somebody's mother. Be kind to your friends in the swamp. Now you may think that this is the end. Well, it is. That gets me every time. Come on, Midge, put your purse down and let's park it. Come on, come on, come on. I want you to just sit right down and relax. On account of you are going to stay for dinner.
Oh, no, I can't do that. I gotta go.
Oh, you don't have to go, for goodness sakes. The afternoon is still young. Hey, that's kind of cute. I just made that up. The afternoon is still young. I think I'll write that down. Oh, hell, I'll remember it.
Hey, you know something, Eunice? It's 6 o'clock.
Oh, it can't possibly be 6 o'clock. You never did have a sense of time. It's 6 o'clock. You know, we must have stayed in a topsy-turvy bar 3 or 4 hours. Oh, but shh. Not a word about where we was to Ed. As far as Ed is concerned, you and me was at the Museum of Natural History looking at the stuffed buffaloes. Ed! Ed! Woo! Ed! Well, it's 6 o'clock. Where is he? You remember when we was kids and we used to go over to the museum and look at them stuffed buffaloes?
Yeah. And then we used to sneak over to the ancient Greek section and look at Hercules' rear end.
I always like Mercury's better.
Oh, Lord me.
I'm sobering up. Let's have another beer, huh? Oh, what if I'm out of beer? Oh, mercy, mercy. Oh, say it isn't so. If there is a Lord in his heaven, Eunice won't be out of beer. Whoopee! We got some beer right here is the beer. Oh, no. Oh, no.
What's this?
Oh, I just remembered. Mama is coming over for dinner tonight. That must be where Ed is, picking her up. Shoot. Mama tonight. Oh, nuts. I swear there must be some demon in hell whose one job it is to spoil my fun.
She ain't gonna be too thrilled to see me here either.
Well, toughies.
And all I can remember her saying about me when I was a kid was, Get that trashy Midge Gibson out of my house.
Well, Mama always was high-strung in them days, you know. Daddy was still alive. She's always on edge.
Oh, yeah. Forget it. You should have heard what my mama said about you.
What?
Oh, who can remember? Oh, you know, dumb, worthless, face like a scarecrow, da-da-da. You remember what a metal case my mama was? Hey, listen, Eunice, I ought to go.
Oh, no, you don't. You are gonna stay. I'm on to you anyway. I know what you want to do. You want to go on back to the topsy-turvy and make googly eyes at that curly-headed guy at the end of the bar.
He was cute.
Say, Midge?
Yeah.
You go to places like that often?
Oh, pretty often, yeah. Of course, lately it's beginning to sort of wear thin. Maybe I should have worked hard at my marriage. Maybe Chuck wasn't such a bad guy after all.
Oh, but didn't he get drunk all the time and beat up on you?
Yeah, but maybe that was just his nerves.
I guess since you're divorced, you've had a lot of flings, haven't you?
Well, every dog has his day, Eunice. Hey, I just insulted myself.
I never did have any romances. I just can't imagine what it'd be like.
What are you getting at?
Oh, it's just that I've always thought of love as being like it is in all them songs. You know, like I got lost in his arms and I had to stay. And you sigh, the song begins, you speak, and I hear violins. It's magic. Is it magic? I mean, I only got Ed to judge by.
Well, I'm no expert on magic, Eunice. I'm still looking for it myself.
You know something? You ought to get married, give it a whirl again, and settle down. Now, I'm not saying marriage is all beer and pretzels, Midge. I mean, you got to work at it, you know, like Ed and me do. But after all, marriage and a family, well, that's the backbone of the country, isn't it?
Well, that's what they say. Yeah, I have been thinking lately that my life was not really a picnic, you know, waiting on tables all day and then going home alone at night. Well, most nights, anyway. Listen, we're getting too serious.
You're right. And I know just how to perk us up. Come on, I'm going to put this over here. Come on. You and me, we're going to do that can step we used to do in school when we was cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Ta-ra-ra, boom-de-ay, ta-ra-ra, boom-de-ay, ta-ra-ra, boom-de-ay.
Eunice! See, I told you she'd be here. Now, aren't you glad we didn't stop at the police station?
Eunice, where the hell have you been?
What did you say? I come home to an empty house and call and where
Listen, let me tell you something. Guess who I had lunch with today? My old friend, Midge Gibson.
Midge Gibson? I thought this town got rid of that alley cat.
Mama, she is in the kitchen.
Hi, Miss Harper.
Well, if it isn't Midge Gibson, big as life and twice as natural.
Really a pleasant surprise.
It's a surprise, all right.
You haven't changed a bit. Neither of you had.
Well, you sure haven't changed either, Midge. Except maybe your hair's a little more bleached. Maybe you're doing your blouses up a little bit higher.
Well, Ed, you gonna say hello to Midge? You just gonna stand there like a statue?
Statue? How does he compare to Hercules?
Well, I was fixing to say hello when the fun and games died down. Well, hi, Midge. Long time no see.
Midge is gonna stay for dinner.
Oh, well, good. Life is just full of surprises, ain't it? Well, I am starved. Let's see what you're rustling up in
You
here.
ain't quite ready. Go on, Midge, sit down.
I suppose it's too much to expect to have a meal on time once in a while around here.
Yet I'm doing the best I can.
Yes, now, Ed, let's not be unfair. We can't expect Eunice to stay home and do her duty when Midge Gibson calls and asks her to join her on one of her binges.
I'd forgotten your way with words, Miss Harper, but don't worry. I bet a lot of binges that lasted for a week.
Could you please go in there and keep my friend some company and be nice to her like I am nice to your friends and keep a civil tongue in your head?
You haven't even started yet. I spent all day at that hardware store on my feet while you and this Gibson piece of goods go out on the wing ding.
Yeah, that's right. You know what we did? We flew to Paris and back. Now, will you get in there?
Can't go to Paris in one day. Right on over the big Concord. Well, Mitch, guess you and my wife had a great old time today, didn't you?
Yeah, I haven't seen her this tanked up since the last time you two got together.
Well, we had a smashing time. We went to the Green Parrot for lunch, and then we went out driving, and we saw some sights at the museum.
Are you seriously considering pouring more liquor into your body?
I was turning it over in my mind, yes. Perhaps Mama dear would like a beer.
Well, why not? One beer never hurt anybody.
I'd like one, too, if you can spare it.
Well, Midge, I run into your mama every once in a while down at the mall. She's always so chipper and uncomplaining. I admire her so. I couldn't be half so brave if my only daughter lived so far away and led the kind of life you do.
Well, some people can live near their mamas. Me, I don't have the stamina.
Well, how do you like Chicago, Midge?
I went to Chicago once, a bunch of four-flushers.
Well, I never did meet any four-flushers there, but I sure did make a lot of good friends.
Oh, I bet you did. You always had a knack for making friends.
Well, we are in luck. We got 2 beers left. One for Mama, one for Ed.
Lucky to have that much left, I suppose.
You know something? We really are lucky to have these 2 left because I think a bunch of elves came in today and drank up all the rest.
Well, Midge, as I recall, you were always the one that had such big plans for your life. Gonna be a model, gonna marry a rich man, gonna live in a villa in one of them foreign countries. Tell me, did any of that stuff ever pan out?
No, I guess I was just a flop all round.
Listen, Mama, just because somebody's childhood dreams don't come true, that don't give you the right to hint around that Midge here is a failure.
I did not say she was a failure. Now, did I say you were a failure, Midge? All I was doing was making polite conversation, and as usual, I get my words twisted all around and thrown back in my face. Besides, being a failure is nothing to be ashamed of. Hell, look at Ed there. It's not where you are in life, it's your sense of values. Eunice and Ed have a sense of values. They stay home, they raise their children, and they drink in moderation, usually.
How are you boys?
Well, they're out on a camping trip. Hoping it'll put some guts into them.
Must be wonderful raising kids.
Uh-huh.
Of course, they tie you down.
Yeah, that's the problem with leading a decent and respectable life. It doesn't leave you a whole lot of free time for going off on a toot.
That's why I've always avoided a decent, respectable life.
They're having a good time, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess we've had a few too many.
A few.
You may have deduced by now, Midge, that my mama does not approve of alcohol. course, when she drinks a bottle of beer at 11 o'clock in the morning, it's strictly for medicinal purposes. Of course, it was a different story when Daddy was alive. I remember her and Daddy coming home staggering late at night from the bigger jigger.
How dare you wash out our dirty linen in front of
Watch out! Look at my jigsaw puzzle!
What did I
You got beer all... I've been working on this sucker for weeks. I just about got the sky filled in, now you've gone and ruined it.
Ruined it? Oh, my goodness, I'm so sorry. But looky there, Ed, the beer gives the sky a real nice color.
Well, I don't suppose you're gonna go get a rag and clean it up or something. Guess you're just taking the whole evening off.
I just may do that. I just might take the whole year off. I just might take my whole life off. I just might go right back this minute with Midge to the topsy-turvy bar. What do you think of that?
Topsy-turvy bar? My wife went to the topsy-turvy?
Bet your sweet patootie.
Now, look, Eunice, I have overlooked coming home to this house without having a hot meal waiting for me, and you and this person drinking up all the beer and getting my jigsaw puzzle all soggy. But do you honestly think I'm going to overlook the fact that you went to the most notorious bar in this town?
Gee, Ed, everybody there was asking for you.
Now, you just wait a minute. You just wait a damn little minute now, Missy. It's different when a man goes into a bar for a quick beer. But when a woman goes in, it's for one thing.
What? Well, listen, what's the matter? A woman isn't entitled to a quick beer.
Oh, who you couldn't. Everybody knew your reputation in school.
Gee whiz, neither one of us got picked up, so what are you so excited for?
But there was one real cute-looking, curly-haired fella at the end of the bar, and I want to tell you something. If he'd so much as given me a wink, I wouldn't be here right now.
Oh, Eunice.
And there's something else I want you to know, too. It was not Midge's idea to go to the topsy-turvy. It was mine, because secretly I was hoping to be picked up.
Well, this chippy no sooner sets foot back in this town and you are talking smut.
Smut, 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 smut.
It is people like her that are causing the downfall of this whole country. If I was your mother,
Well,
young lady,
you are not my mother, Miss Harper, so I have no emotional objection to punching you right in the nose.
Well, are you gonna let her talk to me like that, Eunice?
Go, go, go.
Made many mistakes in my life, but I have never been deliberately malicious and cruel. And if you're an example of decency, sister, thank God I'm indecent. And you weren't so high and mighty in high school when you were in the back seat of that convertible with me on that double date with Gigi, and you practically tore off my best sweater.
Oh,
Yeah, I finally got away, and after that he ran after Gigi. Jim had to throw him out of the car. Oh, Eunice, I'm sorry.
shoot, who cares? I'm just surprised he ever had that much energy.
Listen, Eunice, I'm gonna have to leave. I've had enough of the family unit and the backbone of the country for the moment. But I want to tell you, I just want to say thank you, because I was feeling very depressed about my life, and now I feel a whole lot better.
Oh, Midge. Oh, Midge, I'm so sorry it's got to end this way. I'm so sorry you got to leave.
I'm so sorry you gotta stay.
Maybe we ought to get the dinner started, Mother.
I'd be real happy to help you, Ed.
Thank you.
Lancecroft,
Yes, Evelyn?
do you love me?
Do I love you? Of course I do. Why do you ask?
I've been hearing rumors about you and other women.
Oh, posh.
Posh, you say? That's a rather strong word, isn't it? What about the widow Tyler?
The widow Tyler? Why, that's absurd. We simply walk along the beach searching for abalone.
But there is no abalone in these waters.
So we found out. You're hardly the one to talk, dear. What's this, you and this, Tito fellow?
Tito McGuire? Well, he's teaching me the rumba.
Oh, the rumba, eh? Learning the rumba, are you? Then why is it we never hear any music coming from the room?
Oh, we're still working out the count. It's very difficult, the rumba. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, really? Do you honestly expect me to...
Yes, I do.
Evelyn, you've been running around, and I am furious.
Ditto.
Benchley?
Yes, Squire?
Luella?
Yes, ma'am.
Madam and I are about to have an altercation.
Shall I begin?
If you wish.
Lancecroft, you are a despicable human being. Take that.
You really think you can do that to me and get away with it, you wretched creature?
You hit a woman? You animal.
Benchley? Benchley? You know what it is being married to Evelyn? Boring.
Oh, I think that just about did it. I'm losing all my self-control. I think I'm going to have a temper tantrum. I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! Why? I hate you! No! Nobody loves me! Oh, nobody!
Your temper tantrums don't move me at all.
Very well. You leave me no alternative but to end this thing once and for all. I'm sorry to have to do this, Lancecroft, but I'm going to kill myself. I must do it. There is no other way.
Oh, Evelyn,
Evelyn, I can't go on living without you.
Sure you can.
No, I can't.
Lanscroft, you really do care. You really do love me.
Of course I do, darling. We just needed this little fight to clear the air.
Will that be all?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, wow. I just twisted my ankle.
Oh, darn trick knee just went out on me.
Oh, boy, that was a close one. For a minute, I thought I was going to be dragged out on the dance floor again.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I have danced so much tonight, I think my legs are 2 inches shorter. I don't know why I come to these silly dances anyway. I mean, it's always the same thing. Some strange man pawing all over me and whispering even stranger things in my ear. It's just crazy.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my girlfriend. She says, you know, go on, you'll have a good time. You'll have a couple of dances. The way it's been going. I'm going to have to soak my feet all day tomorrow.
Excuse me, miss.
All right, I guess I've got just one dance left in me. Would you hold my purse?
I was just wondering if you had the correct time.
Oh. Yeah, it's 10:15.
Thanks.
Here's your purse. Okay. I'm Clarice Trickleson.
Teresa Renteria.
Excuse me, is this chair taken?
No, it isn't.
This one's free, too.
Great dance, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
I don't think I saw you on the dance floor all night.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? I never danced so much in my whole life.
Yeah, that's right. She was just complaining that when she goes home, she's going to have to soak her feet.
Oh, really? That's too bad. I was just going to ask you to dance with me.
You're kidding.
No, but if your feet are in such bad shape.
Oh, my feet are in great shape.
I thought you didn't want anybody pawing you all over again.
Butt out, Clarice.
Girls, if I wanted arguing, I could have stayed home tonight with my wife.
Look, I got a confession to make.
Yeah, I haven't danced one single dance tonight either.
Really?
You ever been here before?
Oh, yeah, a couple of times.
Me too. 36.
47.
You know, maybe we're better off this way. I mean, we could be married to something like that.
Not me. I have waited so long for Mr. Right, I'm not going to settle for anything less.
How about Mr. Close?
Or him. Feeling the way I do, I'd like to say I do. Nature is hard to deny. Everybody has someone. Why can't I?
Only my book in bed knows how I look in bed. nobody hears when I cry. Some have a reason for dreaming. Why can't I?
Should girls be good girls?
I think they should.
I need a good man to make me be good. 2 feet are ever cold, 4 feet are never cold. I only mean to imply everybody does something. Why can't I?
You gonna hang around?
No, I guess I'll go home.
I hate to stare at 4 walls. I think I'll take in a movie.
I guess that's a good idea after all the dancing we've been doing. It'd feel good to sit down. Is there anything good playing?
The Hindenburg.
Huh?
Well, I thought it might be nice to see somebody else have a disaster.
Are you gonna go now?
Yeah. I hate to leave when I'm having such a swell time dancing, but c'est la vie.
Say, Clarice, listen, I mean, since you're gonna go alone, would you mind if I went with...
I know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, would you?
What say? Let's be buddies.
What say? Let's be pals.
What say? Let's be buddies and keep up each other's morale.
I may.
We're both of us shy.
Never shouted.
Why not shout it? Listen, Minnie!
Minnie!
Minnie is a time I'm B-L-U-E blue. What say?
What say?
Why not?
Okay!
How's about it?
How's about it?
Can't I be a buddy to you?
Hey, come on, everybody!
Can I be a
buddy? Can I be a buddy? Can I be a buddy to you?
Let's split. Come on.
Mrs. Huygens? Mrs. Huygens? Mrs. Huygens, the reason that I pressed that intercom system is to talk to you is because I wanted to see you. I don't mean see you with my nutballs. I mean to see you right in there into that office.
When?
Well, I'm free now if it wouldn't inconvenience.
Well, why didn't you say so?
Well, I did say so. I said so on that intercom system. You never answered it to me with your voice. Would it be more handy if I put a revolving door in here for you? And now, Mrs. Huygens, the reason I brought you in here now is because I have a real important meeting today with Mr. Phillips. He's going to be here at noon. Mrs. Huygens, do you have any idea of what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's close enough. Now, I want to run over two very important parts with you here because of this meeting. Now, first of all, I don't want anybody into this office here before noon. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. Now, point two, there's some things in these contracts here that are a little fuzzy at this time. So we're going to run over those together, just in case this time it's a... Mrs. Huygens, when I said I don't want to see anybody in here before noon, that don't include the people that I paid the salary to. You're the only person that I know that can actually tailgate herself. This meeting, do you have any estimated the time that those doggone nails are going to be dry?
No.
They're beginning to attract the fruit flies. Squadron of those come over and dip their wings to us. Now, like I told you, I have this real important meeting today with Mr. Phillips.
Oh, yeah, he'll be here at noon.
Oh, thank you for that news flash. Do you have any news on the Hindenburg? When he comes in here today at the noon, he's liable to ask me some questions on this doggone contracts that I can't answer. So I got a little plan worked out here to do that. Now, when he's in here and you see me stand up to my desk, you press that buzzer in there on that intercom system and tell me I got a real important phone call. And that way I have a little time to look up that answer. Now, you think you got that?
Yeah.
That's dynamite. Okay. Now, why don't you go in there and we'll try this. When I stand up, you push that buzzer and tell me I got a real important phone call.
Okay.
All right. How about doing that now? Well, now, Mr. Phillips, that's a really good question. I'll have that answer for you real soon. Soon as I have that answer for... Excuse me a minute. Hey, Strawhead, listen. Are you supposed to see me in there when you're doing your nails like that? You should have one eye on it to me, one eye on to the desk. So you want to see me stand up, then you ring that buzzer for me. Now repeat that after me. Do you understand what I said?
Yeah. What you want me to do when Mr. Phillips gets here is to wait and look at you
when he asks you an important question that you don't know the answer to, you'll stand up, and that's a signal for me to buzz you on the intercom to tell you that you have an important call.
And the fog is beginning to lift. You watch me when I do that now.
What?
Watch me when I do that. Well, Mr. Phillips, that's a really good question. I'll have that answer in a minute. But first... Yes, Mrs. Huggins, what is it?
Well, you know.
I know what?
You know that when you stand up, you have an important phone call.
Well, tell that to me on the box.
I just did.
Get right in here, will you, Mrs. Higgins?
Well, what about the phone call?
Forget the phone call. There's no phone call. We're just pretending like that. Now, you get in here. Right now. Who's in here now? You're a real Jesse Owens. Now, I give you this a dumb, simple thing to do. You don't even understand how to do this. This is like working at the Looney Tunes. Sit over here.
What?
I want you to pretend that you're me, and I'll pretend that I'm you. And you sit there. Now, when I point you from that room, you stand up. Then I'm going to buzz that buzzer and tell you you got a real important phone call. Now, you understand that?
Yeah, I'm you and you are me.
Very good news there. All right. And don't forget when I point to you.
Yes, Mrs. Wiggins.
You got the real and important phone call to Mr. Tadball.
Who is it?
What do you mean, who is it?
How can I be sure it's important if I don't know who it is? Now find out who it is, Mrs. Wiggins.
There's no one to ask.
Mrs. Wiggins, by golly, how many times do I got to tell you to find out who it is? Before you buzz me on this here doggone intercom.
That's got nothing to do with it, Mr. Tadball.
Don't you raise your voice to me, Mrs. Wiggins.
I raised my voice to you if I wanted to, Mr. Tadball.
Okie dokie, this time you gone too far. Mrs. Wiggins, you're fired.
You can't fire me. I quit. You can get to yourself another girl.
When trumpets were mellow
And every gal only had one fellow.
No need to remember when.
'Cause everything old is new again.
dancing at your Long Island Jazz Age parties.
Way to bring us 3 more Bacardis.
order now what they ordered then.
'Cause everything old is new again. Break out your white suit, your top hat and tails. Let's go backwards when forward fails. And movie stars you thought were long dead now are framed beside your bed.
So don't throw the past away.
You might need it some rainy day.
Dreams can come true again.
When everything old is new again. Break out your white suit,
White
top hat and tails. Let's go backwards when forward fails. Leave Greta Garbo alone. Be a movie star on your own. Don't throw the past away. You might need it some rainy day. Dreams can come true again. When everything old, everything old, everything old is new again.
Be sure to be with us next week. Oh, and I want to tell you something. On February 11th, the federal government kicked off its 1976 U.S. Savings Bond Drive. And 200 years ago, George Washington's small army needed $27 million to sustain the struggle for our nation's independence. And American citizens provided it, and that's the way it was. So take stock in America and buy U.S. savings bonds. Thank you. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes a time we have to say so long. Good night. Thank you.
preceding program was recorded before a live audience. This is your announcer speaking.
Looking at this studio,
Is this
of course
something?
we had an audience at the time, but I think this is the best studio.
What memories?
In town.
Oh, my goodness.
This, you know why I think this is? Are you
Why?
going to ask me why? I think?
Why, Carol? Why was this the best studio
I
in town?
don't know.
There was something warm about the
No.
studio.
Also, it's a difference because lots of times when shows they have. You know, they've got the stage here, and then they have those bleacher effects for the audience. So
Oh,
they're
yes,
looking
yes, yes, yes. It's
This
more
is
theatrical.
like a little theater, and the seats are upholstered. They look a little better now than they did when we were here.
And another thing, the cameras and all the equipment that they used was pretty much off to the side so that it could really be working to the audience.
Right.
There was nothing in between us. They didn't have to watch the monitors.
No.
We were together. It was a theatrical experience. Yeah.
Well, I remember when we did this one that we're going to see now with Carl Reiner.
Oh.
Carl was a wonderful guest. And Conway, of course.
Yes.
Of course.
The sketch was about you being a comedian who was obsessed with doing jokes all the time, and he was driving
Which
me.
was not my character. I mean, it's the farthest thing away from me in real life.
I know, because you're so shy.
I know.
What else was in that show? There was...
Oh, we did...
the musical number, Little Red Riding Hood.
yes, Caperucita Roja. Little Red Riding Hood. It was a
Carl was
Spanish troupe doing Little Red Riding Hood.
It was... Oh, Kenny and Missy wrote that?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
so brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, I played...
You were the grandmother.
As Mother
Abuelita.
Marcus.
Abuelita.
Abuelita.
Abuelita. And I was Charo.
I know.
Red Riding Hood.
Carl was the Toreador.
Oh, yeah.
It was fabulous. What a great number that was. Brilliant.
Watch this
Why
one.
don't we watch it?
Lovely group this evening. Along with our regulars, Harvey Korman, Lyle Wagoner, and Vicki Lawrence, our special guest is a marvelous, multi-talented actor, writer, director, producer, Mr. Carl Reiner. Well, let's turn up the lights and see what y'all have to say. Except, ooh. Yes.
I think your show's really funny, and,
Thank you! That's a terrific question. Did you want to say, what's your name? Mark? How old are you? 12, aren't you? That's how you got in here, right? Yes.
What sign are you and what day were you born?
I was born on April the 26th, and that makes me a Taurus. So, any bulls? Let's hear it from the bulls. Yes.
I'm delighted to be from Philadelphia. I have a delightful letter in my purse personally sent by you. And I came here to see your show.
What, all the way from Philly? You came here to see our show?
See you personally.
Well, I'm so glad we're on. That's just terrific. It's pretty cold and snowy back there, isn't it now?
I don't even care.
You don't even care. What's your name?
Estelle Goodman.
Estelle, yes. Okay. Hey, Philly, Estelle goes. Yes.
will Tim Conway ever be a regular?
Will Tim Conway ever be a regular? If I have anything to say about it, yes. If he can fit into my dresses, he can come on and be on. I love him very much. He almost is. He's on about every third or fourth week, and we just love him. He's, a matter of fact, tonight doing a pilot of his own, and so let's all say a prayer for him that it goes real well. I'd love to see him have his own show. Yes.
studying to be a makeup artist. She was wondering who puts on your makeup.
Who puts on my makeup? There's an 8 back there that just goes like that. No, we have a wonderful makeup man. Al Schultz is his name. He's just divine. He's really true. He's a little old guy, and but you know, I feel that people like that should be given a chance and given. And so if Al's around, I'd love him to come out. What's your name?
Tammy Yukon.
Tammy, if Al, are you listening, or are you around?
He's coming out.
Is he coming out? Okay, fine, and I'll introduce you to our little makeup man. Yeah, are they bringing him out? Are they rolling him out? Okay, he's very sweet. Yes.
Question: how much is there a difference between studying a script for TV, stage, and films?
Well, you have to learn it when you run. Oh, here's Al. This is our makeup man. He can't do anything, but I'm no fool. You were asking about learning lines. Well, the most important, if you're on in a theater on stage, boy, you better know them, because there's nobody there that's going to help you out. In a movie, when they're filming, you can fluff it, you know, and then they'll just take it again. And of course, we have the cards here, but we try not to look at them too much because it's so obvious when you look at them. But the reason we do is because we make changes so fast and cuts and things like that. We try to use them for reference. So that's the difference. But boy, you better know it if you're on stage or you make up something. Yes?
Why do your musicians have fruit hanging over them?
Why do my musicians have fruit hanging over them? What kind of fruit? They have an orange and a potato? Oh, they have a garden. They grow all kinds of things in that band shell. Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
Would you do a takeoff on Shirley Temple singing?
Would I do a takeoff on Shirley Temple singing? We have done several of those. Yes, I have. You mean you want us to do another one sometime soon?
Now.
I can't do it unless I get the whole drag on. You know what I mean? The whole thing with the curls and stuff. I can't. I tell you, you're gonna be disappointed about her. On the good ship, lollipop, Is this a repeat show? No, we're live here. Okay, don't go away. We'll be right back.
From Television City in Hollywood, it's the Carol Burnett Show with Harvey Korman, Vicki Lawrence, and Lyle Waggoner.
Right this way, please.
Here is your table, Mr. Howell.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Caldwell from Small State Insurance will be joining us.
Very good. Would you care for a cocktail now?
No, thank you. We'll wait for him.
Fine.
No candles. No candles.
Certainly, sir.
Thank you.
Jeffrey, why didn't you let him light the candles? Candlelight is so romantic.
We are not here for romantic. We are here to buy insurance. If that candle were lit, you'd be on fire before the soup came. You're accident prone.
No, I am not. I am not. I am not accident prone, and I don't want you to keep telling me that. I am not accident.
Oh, dear. suppose it wasn't your fault that the house burned down?
Our house burned down? When?
After the ambulance took you away.
Ambulance? What happened?
Mary, what's the last thing you remember last night?
Last night, the last thing I remember was, oh yes, I was very cold, so I lit the fire in the bedroom.
Right, only our fireplace is in the living room.
I'm sorry.
So you're not accident prone?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You're not accident prone.
These things can happen to anybody.
Sure, like the time you were rushed to the hospital when you choked on a piece of Jell-O.
You gotta understand, Jeffrey, all those accidents just aren't my fault.
Excuse us, madam. Just send the bill to us. See? That's why we're on the National Safety Council's enemies list.
I didn't know that.
You were in a coma when the list was published.
It was? Which coma, Jeffrey? The Jell-O coma?
No, when you had that nightmare and ate your pillow.
Yes, I remember now, yes. Thank you. Oh, feather.
I hope that's the last one. Because of accidents like this, nobody will sell us insurance.
Why not? I mean, we'd be such good customers.
They don't want customers like us. I called 10 insurance companies today, and 9 of them just laughed at me.
It's a very good year, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, you still love me, don't you?
Very much.
Jeffrey! Jeffrey, you're not mad at me, are you?
No.
Then take your cigar out of my cheek. Oh, dear, I seem to have put your cigar out here, dear. I'll light it for you.
No.
Jeffrey, my fingernail.
The what?
My fingernail.
Why do you use these dopey fake fingernails?
They're not fake, Jeffrey. They're real. Look. It's a real nail you ripped.
I'm sorry. And now you know what to do when Mr. Caldwell gets here.
Yes, I know. I'll hide my ripped thumb underneath these 4 fingers, and then for the burn on my cheek, I'll put my fist like this.
Very good, very good.
Oh, but first, I'd better take this ring off. It cut into the blister.
Oh, thanks. Mr. Howard, cover up the wounds. Yes, hello. This is my wife, Mary, Mr. Caldwell. How do you do?
My pleasure.
May I join you? Yes.
Would you care for a drink now?
Oh, I'd love a martini, please.
Oh, and I would love to have a flameless Shirley Temple.
Let make sure the cherries are pitted.
Certainly, sir.
And you? A martini.
Fine. Here you are.
Thank you.
Terribly sorry, madam. It was an accident.
No accident? No accident. An accident, was it?
No, I don't hear any sirens.
No accident.
No accident.
How about some nice hot hors d'oeuvres to start with? Huh?
Yes, sir. May I suggest some of our hot steaming shrimp with some of our special Hungarian sauce? Just one moment.
Sounds good.
There we are. Now be careful. The plate is very, very hot.
All right. Say, I have a very good idea, Mr. Howard. Why don't we get the policy signing out of the way and then have a nice leisurely dinner, shall we? Oh, wonderful. Did you hear that, honey? What do you think?
I think I would like a glass of water, please.
Oh, certainly. There you are, my dear.
Thank you.
What's the matter, Mrs. Howard? Have you got a frog in your throat?
You're wrong on both counts.
That's what a terrible accident. No, it was not an accident. No accident. Are you saying that I did that on purpose? No. That's the way she likes to eat shrimp. Really? Yes. She watches a lot of television. She eats from her lap. But of the lap of luxury. Yes. Can we get to signing the policy? Certainly. Now, if you'll just... here's our drink.
Here is the Shirley Temple.
Thank you.
Martini and martini.
Thank you. Cheers. Good luck.
Cheers.
Now, the policy, please. Can we sign it? Yes, sir, but first you'll just have to answer a few simple questions. Oh, ask me anything. We have nothing to hide. Nothing. Now, are you and your wife presently being treated for any medical disorders? Oh, no, we're in perfect health. No disorders. All right. We're fine. I have to mark that down, that you are not being treated for any medical disorders. Carmen, then I suppose we can move right along into the... What are you doing, Mr. Howard?
I'm covering her ears. She can't stand violin music, and that's very bad.
Go away, young man. Please. Here, take that for your help. Now, can we sign the policy? Yes, I believe it's all in order here. Yes, there. My goodness, this is messy. Here you go, Mr. Howard.
But the food's good.
There, it's signed. Honey, it's signed. We're insured.
Congratulations!
Did I cut you? Who cares? We're insured. No, not yet, Mr. Howard. I mean, Mrs. Howard has to sign also.
Oh.
Oh, well, all right, there you are, dear. Just sign right there.
I dropped it.
I'll get the pen.
No, darling.
I'll get it.
Oh, Jeffrey.
How is it?
I don't think I can sign it. Oh, my knuckles are broken.
All of them? No, that looks good. Why don't you... You can sign with one knuckle. It's been done.
I can't hold it.
I
What am I
don't
gonna
think
do?
so. Sign here. Sign it with your teeth. Sign it with your teeth, my dear. What are you doing? What are you doing? She's No, I'm sorry. Well, I guess that small state insurance has saved itself a pretty penny here.
No,
Why don't you just call us, Mr. Howard, when she's healed up? No. Takes care of the Omnitron account. And tell that Joker Cartwright I'll call him when I come back. Well, I guess that's it, isn't it?
Airplane tickets?
Smitty, you're a prize. Okay. Well, how do I look?
Straighten your tie.
What? I thought I had that. Well, you're right as usual, Smitty. Well, you've been right for 15 years. Why shouldn't you be right now?
16 years.
Really? 16? Let's see. You came with me in 1958, 74. That's right. Boy, has it been that long? Tell me the truth, Smitty. Did you ever think that your old boss would ever run off like a kid to get married?
Well, why not?
Well, I don't know. I thought you and I were the two last confirmed bachelors in the world. Of course, I never dreamt I'd ever meet anyone like Linda. Well, now, how do I look?
Wonderful.
Smitty, tell me the truth. Do you think I'm doing the right thing? I mean, with Linda?
Of course, Greg. She's a lovely girl. And she's a very lucky girl, too.
You always have the right answers, don't you? I love her, Smitty.
I know.
Well, I guess I better get going. Come on, give your boss a good luck kiss, and I'm on my way. You know, I don't mean to sound like a fool, Smitty, but this falling in love stuff is really pretty nice. You ought to try it sometime.
Maybe I will. Well, you better get going. You're
Yeah.
gonna miss your plane, and I've got a lot of work to catch up on.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in midair. Send in the clowns. Isn't it bliss? Don't you approve? One who keeps tearing around, one who can't move. Where are the clowns? Send in the clowns. Just when I'd stopped opening doors, finally knowing the one that I wanted was yours, making my entrance again with my usual flair.
Don't you love the farce? My fault, I fear. I thought that you'd want what I want. Sorry, my dear. But where are the clowns? Quick, send in the clowns. Don't bother. They're here. Isn't it queer? Losing my timing this late in my career. And where are the clowns? There ought to be clowns. Well, maybe next year.
That's good, Bob. Listen, Bob, that's what a marriage counselor is for. Well, I'm glad I was able to help you two patch things up. Just remember in the future, Bob, there are no differences that can't be ironed out. Good luck, Bob, and give my love to your husband. Right. Yes. Oh, they're here, both of them? Well, send him in first. Fine.
Hello, Doctor. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I feel better already. That's good.
I'm Dr. Weller. Please sit down.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Now, what seems to be your problem?
Well, as you probably know, my wife is a very famous nightclub comedienne.
Oh, I know. Toady Phyllis. I'm one of her biggest fans. Oh, one of her favorite routines is when she says, "My mother-in-law is so fat."
No, please, Doctor. No, please. That's just the problem. She can't seem to separate her career from her home life.
Oh, I understand. It's a very common problem, and an easy one to solve, actually.
Really?
Let me bring her in. Miss Jones, would you send in Mrs. Phyllis, please? Really? She doesn't want to come in.
Oh, I understand. Tell her not to bother. I'll get her in.
Mr. Phyllis will get her in.
I'll take care of it. Excuse me.
Yes?
And here's Tony! All right, darling, this is Dr. Weller.
Oh, really? No kidding. Is Johnny on vacation again?
Well. Tell me, how are you, Mrs. Phyllis?
Compared to what?
What was that?
Her drummer. He follows her everywhere.
Everywhere?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Our towels are marked his, hers, and ba-dum-bum.
You see what I mean? You see what I'm going through,
Yes,
Doctor?
Yes, but before we go any further, Mr. Phyllis.
What?
You do love your wife, don't you?
More than anyone else in the world.
And you? You, Mrs. Phyllis, do you love your husband?
Does Raquel Welch sleep on her back?
See, that's exactly what it keeps going on. Everything is a joke, a punchline, a one-liner.
I think I know what the problem is here. Your wife doesn't seem to think there is a problem. That's the problem.
Wait a minute. That's not true. I know there's a problem. I realize that there's a problem, but I just can't help it. I don't know what to do. I'm so unhappy.
Oh, there. Control yourself, please, Mrs. Phyllis. Mrs. Phyllis. Here.
Oh, shoot.
No, that's all right. That's all right, Mrs. Phyllis. That's all right. Just take your time. Just take your time, Mrs. Phyllis. Oh, here's some tissue. There's the tissue. Oh, there. Control yourself.
Oh, Tony. Tony, you know what's the matter with you? You're crazy.
I don't know. What am I going to do? There's no cure.
Well, perhaps, Mrs. Phyllis, there is a cure. Mrs. Phyllis, is that yours?
I didn't come in with it.
Oh. Well, there is such a thing called... shock treatment.
Shock treatment? Hold the phone. Ain't that kind of drastic?
Well, it's not that kind of shock treatment. Suppose I were to tell you that no matter what you said, no matter what I said to you, you would not answer.
Doctor, she couldn't do it.
She could if she loved you.
Could you, darling? Well, I'll try.
It's not going to be easy. Remember now, you say nothing.
Nothing. Okay, Doc, you got it. I'll be so quiet that you'll be able to hear your hair grow.
No, please, no jokes.
No jokes?
Please try. No, come on, discipline, honey.
Right.
Seat yourself.
I'll try.
All right.
Gonna hurt?
No. It might inside. But no matter what I say, you say nothing. How fat is your mother-in-law?
She's so fat though.
Good. Now, how tough was your old neighborhood? Good. You're doing very well. Now, here's a tough one. How small is your bra?
Too rough.
You want your wife back, don't you?
Yes.
All right, now. What did the rabbi say to the priest who was in the Cadillac? How small is your agent? How lazy is your brother-in-law? How mean is your dog? All right. And how lazy is your brother-in-law? All right, now listen to this. What do you get when you cross a duck with Sonny Bono? Good. Mr. Phyllis, she's cured.
You're a regular exorcist.
Oh,
You're my darling again. You're normal. I'm the happiest man alive. We'll have a second honeymoon, and it'll be just like starting all over. Oh, do you know how happy we're going to be?
An Italian quack.
Italian quack?
That's what you get when you cross a duck with Sonny Bono.
Stay tuned now for the second half of the Carol Burnett Show.
What a mad idea, huh? Having dinner at my house tonight. Trixie, I'm going to make you a dinner that you will never forget.
Well, just make it snappy. I've been on my feet all day at that crummy diner.
Don't worry, darling. I'll have you off your feet in no time.
Look, I'm going to wait over here, but make it snappy, will you?
Be patient, my sweet. Before this evening is over, you will look tenderly into my eyes and whisper.
Next!
Oh, that's sweet. Just have these few little items here, and then I'll be on my way to naughty, naughty land.
Okay.
Machine is stuck.
Okay.
Okay, how much will that be?
Oh, I ain't finished yet. That's just for the caviar.
You did all that banging and kabanging for just one item?
But of course. Don't you understand, sir? We here in this market are supposed to determine whether or not it is frozen or fresh, canned or loose, household or pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
What aisle it comes from,
Okay.
A, B, C, or D.
Yeah.
Which shelf? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Look, wait a minute. Come on, I'm not interested in that.
You're not? No. I thought perhaps you might like to know how we are able to give you such speedy and efficient service.
Legs. Would you please hurry?
Okay, champagne, there you go. Hearts of artichokes, yes, sir. Come on. Perfume bubble bath. Family-sized perfume bubble bath.
That's right.
5 pounds of perfume bubble bath?
Just want to punch your machine. Oh, honey, I'll be with you in a minute, sweetheart. Trix, be with you in a minute, dear.
Yeah. What's this?
Oh, incense.
Huh?
Incense.
Incense. Incense, for Pete's sake. I didn't know anybody used this junk anymore.
Well, just want to punch it up.
Incense,
Yeah, just
okay.
punch it up there, please.
Certainly good. Listen, I need a price check on the incense. Hey, you got a price on the incense?
What kind is it?
Purple Passion of Persia.
That's 49 cents.
Hey.
And say hello to Trixie for me.
She's a little busy right now. She seems to have more customers than we have.
Honey, I'm almost through.
I'd say washed up is a little closer, buddy.
I'm just a poor, ordinary, average guy. I don't get chances like this very often. And if you don't hurry and get me out of here, I'm going to blow this chance. What do you say?
Nuts! 49 cents.
Hurry up, will you? Come on.
All righty, let's see here. 4 blue light bulbs.
Yes, that's right. Atta girl.
2 dozen oysters.
Here you go.
100 vitamin E tablets.
Well, you know what they say. Okay, and this?
Band-Aids.
Don't ask. Okay, how much will that be?
Well, I just got to total it up and you'll be on your merry way.
Okay, well, let's get going, shall we?
I'm running a little bit short of change over here's of 20. Now, could you give me some rolls of quarters?
Wait.
Oh, well, gee, I don't think I can. I tell you what, why don't I give you a couple of rolls of dimes and a roll of nickels, and you can take the rest in singles.
Oh,
wait a
I
minute.
don't need any dimes, so why don't you give me 6 rolls of nickels and some pennies, and then the rest in quarters?
No, that'd leave me short on nickels and pennies.
Oh,
Wait a
okay,
minute.
well then keep the nickels, forget about the pennies. Let's see, give me 1 roll of quarters, 7 rolls of dimes, a $5 bill, and the rest in halves.
Wait a minute.
Now, don't you understand, Felicia? I can't give you any quarters because then I run out of my nickels and dimes real fast. I tell you what, why don't you take a whole bunch in halves and then a roll of dimes, a couple rolls of nickels, and I'll ask Roy over there to make it up for me in singles, nickels, dimes, quarters, pennies, and coupons.
Wait a minute, better...
Wait a minute! Can't you settle all that later and just cash my check and let me get out of here?
Well, I am terribly sorry. I got to get this guy checked out. He's got a hotsy date.
Very nice. Which one?
It's been so long, I almost forgot. Now, come on, can I get out of here?
Okay, buddy, here we go.
How much?
Let's see, I comes to $105.29.
For this?
Oh, look, buddy, I only work here. I don't set the price.
Never mind. I just want to get out of here. Will you take a check? I don't have that much
Sure,
cash.
I'll take a check.
All right, here, got a pen?
Yeah, here's a pen. Here
Okay.
you go. Oh, I need to see your driver's license.
Here's my
Can't
driver's.
be too careful.
All
with
right,
the
take my
crooks.
driver's license.
Gotta see your face.
There's
Make
my
sure it
face.
matches
It's the
the
same
picture.
face on there. What's so funny?
Hey, Felicia!
Oh, come on.
You gotta look at this now. Don't laugh. Just look.
I don't believe it.
Hey, Sally! You got...
What's so funny? What's so funny? I don't understand.
Hey, man, that's a wipeout. Come on, Tracy.
Wait a minute. Wait for me, honey.
Oh, I waited around long enough for you. So long.
Well, thanks a lot. You've taken care of everything.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Here's your champagne. Tonight, we're very proud to present in their first appearance on American television the world-famous Mexican theatrical troupe Los Muchachitos y las Muchachitas de Mexico with their very spectacular musical version of Little Red Riding Hood, or as they say it, La Caperucita Roja.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following stars will appear in tonight's performance. In the role of the brave matador Don Gorgioso is the handsomest actor in all of Mexico, Lailito Corazon. the grandmother will be acted by my own papa, Harvelito Cormano. El Toro, the bull in our story, is played by that fabulous animal impersonator, Senor Carlo Rainero. And in the starring role of Caperucita Roja is the most glorious actress in all of Mexico, Charotissima! I do something bad? Our story starts with a fiesta. What else? At the fiesta, the girls come to see Don Gorgioso fight the bull. But the boys come for a glimpse of La Caperucita Roja, Little Red Riding Hood, because the boys can't wait to taste Caperucita's tortitas. Tortitas are small cookies, and Caperucita's tortitas are the sweetest tortitas in town.
Tortillas in town. Maybe I give you a hot enchilada. Maybe a taste of my tasty tostada. Maybe I make you a sweet margarita. Absolutamente no. Not my tortita. Hey, watch what you do, King.
I will translate. They beg for a teensy-weensy cookie, please.
No. Canto porque.
No. I sing to you why.
Abuelita.
She say, my grandmother.
Mi pobrecita abuelita.
My poor grandmother.
Vive en el bosque.
Live in a forest.
In her very own casita.
In her very own little house.
¿Dónde está el toro?
El toro, the bull, has escapado. He is out to lunch. And so a change of scenery is necessary to continue our story. This is a forest. What else? That is a bull. That is a hungry bull. Very nice.
It's all right. I done better. Mi estómago es muy grande. Mi estómago es muy empty. Mi estómago, it take a lot to keep it full. Porque yo mucho toro. I'm a lot of a fool. I am smelling tortitas. I know I am smelling tortitas.
Buenos días, el toro.
Buenos días, Caperucita Roja.
Voy a casa de mi abuelita.
Oh, yo conozco su casa muy buena.
Hasta la vista.
Ay, Caperucita.
¿Sí?
Que lavas la mano.
¿Tortitas?
¿Tortitas?
Sí.
¿Tortitas?
Mi tortita. La Caperucita tortita.
La Caperucita tortitas. La Caperucita tortita. Very nice. The sweetest tortitas are Caperucitas, the sweetest tortitas in town. Caperucita, una tortita pequeña, por favor.
No.
Pretty, por favor.
No can do.
¿Por qué?
Porque canto porque. Hit it. Mi abuelita.
Mi estómago.
Mi tortita.
It takes a lot to keep it full.
Se muere.
For I.
Se muere.
For I.
She will pass away.
For I.
I am going to my grandmother's house.
Which way do you go?
Oh, I take the long cut.
Then I take the shortcut. She take the long cut, but I take the shortcut. And I meet the grandma before.
But first, a word from our sponsor. Back to La Caperucita Roja. We find ourselves at the grandmother's house, where we see my papa in a role that has made him world famous. Papa!
My castanet. I love to play my castanet. All day I play my castanet. There's nothing else to do. Ay, 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 my castanet. My circles and my pirouettes are a mess without my castanet. Seems crazy, but it's true. The clicky sound make every season spring. Castilians never speak or dance or sing without at least a set of snappy castanets. Yes, Dios!
¿Dónde, Caperucita?
She took the long cut, so I took the shortcut.
She took the long cut, so you took the shortcut?
Sí.
You took the shortcut and
Yes,
she took the long
because
cut?
there was two cuts. I took one cut, she took the other cut, and you two cuts, I come
Yes,
quickly.
but the important thing is, you got here first.
I'm glad. You know why?
Why?
But I come to see you.
Ay, ay, ay.
Tortitas. I know I am smelling tortitas.
Abuelita, it's Caperucita.
Come in.
Abuelita. Abuelita?
I am sick.
Oh.
I have a disease.
Oh.
I think I am contagious.
Oh.
I don't even have the strength to play my castanet.
Pobrecita, abuelita.
So, you just leave the tortitas on the stove or in the sink, any place, and then vaya con Dios.
But first, a kiss, abuelita.
No, I think I am contagious.
Abuelita, what big eyes you have.
The better to taste and see your tortitas.
Abuelita, what a nose you have.
The better to smell your tortitas.
Abuelita, what big teeth you have.
The better to eat your tortitas.
Abuelita, how horny you are.
Got it!
El toro es en la casa de mi abuelita.
No comprendo.
The bull is in the house of my grandmother.
The bull?
See?
He's in there?
See?
I will kill him. Where are the tortitas?
Socorro, help!
Matadores, pollo, fat.
Bullfighter is chicken. Fui.
Tortitas!
You want these tortitas, huh? you come and get them.
Hey, you crazy lady.
Come on,
I don't fight ladies.
I know, lady. Come on.
I'm not mad, I'm just hungry. One little tortita for old time's sake.
Absolutamente no. Hey. Well, now, what should I do with this bull? Should I kill him or let him live?
Kill. Let him live with me. I love this bull.
Hey, my grandmother
No necesita mi tortita.
no longer needs my cookies.
Amores, guarda.
Love is a many splendid thing.
Hermosa.
Love is where you find it.
Es mucho toro.
Love is a lot of food.
Mi abuelita. Very nice. Visitas on the house. Contento pasar este tiempo juntos.
Say, I'm so glad we have this time together.
Por reír y cantar canción los dos.
Just to have a laugh or sing a song.
Or two things, we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say
The part of Trixie was played by Timothy Blake. The preceding program was recorded before a live audience.
Harvey Korman and Vicki Lawrence, and our special guests are Vincent Price and Joan Rivers. Let's see if y'all want to say anything before we get started. Yes?
What do you want to be doing when you're 70?
What do I want to be doing when I'm 70? What I'm doing now.
Good evening and welcome. Are there any questions?
Any other questions you might have? Anything? Yes? Uh-huh.
Do you believe in saving as much money as you can?
Yes.
Well, I got a letter here and I don't want to mail it. Would you take it?
Did you hear what she said? What's your name? What's your name? Cynthia. Cynthia said, do you believe in saving as much money as you can? I said, sure. She says, well, I got a letter here, and I don't want to waste some money mailing it, so would I take it? Christmas seals. Well, that's very sweet, Cynthia. Thank you. It's to me, huh? I thought maybe you wanted me to send it to someone. Thank you, Cynthia. Yeah.
You have beautiful eyes.
Thank you. Do I wear contact lenses? No? Why would you ask that? That's.
Well, I thought you had several pairs.
You mean to change the color of my eyes? No? No. But you know that's not a bad idea. I could put on different colors to go with the outfits. Bloodshot, you know. That's a good. I don't think I could do that. Anybody here wear contact lenses? Did you get used to putting them? It didn't bother because I hear a lot of people have trouble. You don't. What color are yours? Blue. This is really interesting. Okay, don't go away. We'll be right back.
From Television City in Hollywood, it's the Carol Burnett Show. With Harvey Korman. And Vicki Lawrence.
Gee, Mr. Henshaw, some people say this book of yours is the work of a genius.
Yes, I know. In fact, the Mystery Writers League has chosen me as Author of the Year.
Oh, congratulations.
And now, if you'll excuse me, a television crew is coming over to interview me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Alice Portnoy. I am with the Fireside Girls of America, and I am here to ask the question that is on everyone's mind nowadays. What is that question, you may ask?
Little girl, if you don't mind.
The question is, sir, what is becoming of today's younger generation?
And I am sure you are about to volunteer an answer.
Yes, I am. The younger generation is swimming in pollution. That's what's happening. But for a small contribution from you, the older generation, you could send a Fireside Girl to camp. What do you say, sport?
Young lady, you have touched me deeply. Here's a dime.
A dime. A whole dime. Are you sure you can spare it?
Okay, here's a quarter.
Oh, big stuff.
Will you please go away?
Why, yes, sir, but I would like you to sign my own personal copy of your mystery novel, Who?
All right, only if you promise to leave.
Yes, sir, Fireside Girls always obey. Sign my book and I'll go away.
Well, there now, it's been nice talking to you. Now, will you please just...
Are you sure you wouldn't care to
just go
contribute a
somewhere
little?
else, will
All
you?
right, but be sure and say hello to your pretty wife who's platinum blonde.
Thank you. Hey, my wife isn't a platinum blonde. Come back here.
She's not a platinum blonde, you say? That's interesting, because just last night I saw you sitting with this platinum blonde, about 23 years old, in the... You were sitting with her in your car.
Oh, no, look, you must have made a mistake. No, you see, that wasn't my wife. That was my niece.
Your niece?
Yes, I was teaching her how to drive.
In the back seat?
All right, look. Here's a crisp $5 bill. Now, why don't you just forget all about that silly car business?
A crisp $10 bill would make me forget quicker.
There you are, $10.
However, a 20 would dim my memory forever.
All right, there you are.
Thank you very much, sir.
bring that equipment right in. Well, Mr. Henshaw, I'm Ralph Carter.
Hello, Mr. Carter.
Evening News.
Yes, of course.
It'll just take us a couple of minutes to get set up here, and then you can face our 20 million viewers.
20 million viewers? Gosh, how exciting!
Yes, I'm ready whenever you are, Mr. Carter.
Say, Mr. Henshaw, if you need somebody like me to tell the audience how great your book is, I would be glad to help.
I would rather have hot oil poured up my nostrils.
Oh, have you read Mr. Henshaw's book?
Oh, yes, sir, 12 times.
12 times?
That's what I said.
Mr. Henshaw, I just got a great idea. This little girl is going on the air with you.
Oh, goody!
Oh, yes, it's great human interest.
Oh, no, look, wait a minute, Mr. Carter. I don't think that's such a good idea. No, the little girl might be nervous.
Nonsense. I don't have a nerve in my whole little body.
Get this light set up, please.
Mr. Henshaw, maybe I should talk to you for a few minutes before we go on national television.
Can't you see that I'm busy? Now, please, don't bother me.
All right. All right, if you don't want to discuss the boo-boos that you wrote in Chapter 7, that's okay with me.
Boo-boo? What boo-boo in Chapter 7?
Well, let me ask you, was your heroine, Helen, really going to kill herself with
But
that
of course
gun?
she was going to kill herself.
Well, I don't see how she could, because, see, way back here on page 50, you wrote that Helen took the gun and emptied it of the bullets. Now, how in the world was she going to kill herself with an empty gun? It seems kind of dumb to me.
Yes, look, here's $20. Yes.
I said the mistake was on page 50.
Okay. So you found a few small mistakes. Well, fortunately, the big selling point of my book is the surprise ending.
Ah, yes, the surprise ending. I almost forgot about that.
I have a feeling I'm going to be sorry you didn't.
On the last page, you said, and I quote, "Okay," Detective Robbins said anxiously, "take off his mask." "Why, it's Leonard Marcello," he expostulated. Leonard smiled, and a tear came to his eye as he heard the siren in the distance. The end.
Now that's writing. Well, what's wrong with it?
You mean beside the cliches? Well, for one thing, Leonard Marcello couldn't possibly have been the murderer because he was left-handed.
Says who?
Says you, Mr. Henshaw, right here on page 75. The principal thing about Leonard's left-handedness was that his right hand was almost useless.
All right. There.
The mistake was on 75.
Now, that's all I have.
We're ready, Mr. Henshaw.
Oh, goody, we're on.
Oh, now, look, please don't mention this on television. It would ruin me, really.
Well,
I'll do anything you ask.
Anything?
Anything.
Mr. Henshaw, please. We're ready.
Oh, yes, right over here.
Fine. Stand by. We're on. This gentleman is Victor Henshaw, who's just been chosen by the Mystery Writers League as the author of the year.
And this is Alice Portnoy, his biggest fan.
Before I thank the Mystery Writers League for this great honor, I'd like to say a few words about my sensational book, Who is an intricately written thriller that is put together like a fine puzzle.
Especially on page 75.
Yes. But even more important than my book is a wonderful group called the Fireside Girls of America.
Mr. Henshaw here is the most generous person we Fireside girls know.
Yes, for a small contribution, you can send a Fireside girl to camp.
Thank you so much.
B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N spells Brooklyn. Brooklyn. Brooklyn, 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 Brooklyn. All kinds of talented folks were born in Brooklyn. Jackie Gleason. Most folks who sing or tell jokes were born in Brooklyn. Jimmy Durante. Mark Hart and Miss Abby Lane. Mae West and Mickey Spillane were born in Brooklyn, borough of Queens. were born in Brooklyn.
George and Ira Gershwin.
Those wild and beautiful thugs were born in Brooklyn.
Kill me up.
And all the Dodgers are gone. Those memories that live on were born in Brooklyn, borough of Kings, USA.
Buddy Hackett. Connie Stevens.
Woody Allen.
Susan Hayward.
Norman Mailer.
Thelma Ritter.
Born in Brooklyn.
Yes, I know.
Gene Tierney.
Mickey Rooney.
Paulette Goddard.
Eli Wallach.
Barbara Stanwyck.
Clifton Bannerman. Clara Bow.
Those Brooklyn kids have done well. Walt Whitman, Zero Must Tell, were born in Brooklyn. Born in Brooklyn. Phil Silvers.
Jose Greco.
Shirley Booth.
Arthur Miller.
Sandy Koufax.
Danny Kaye.
Born in Brooklyn. Born in Brooklyn. And here tonight, my favorite Brooklynite, Joan Rivers.
We went to such expense and such care to do
there's
this.
one little mistake.
What?
I'm not from Brooklyn.
Oh.
But, no. I'm from England, as you can tell from my accent. Nothing. Years of money spent for nothing. No, I'm from Brooklyn, but I haven't been back there for a long time. When I left as a little ugly, flat-chested little girl, and here I am, voila, today. An ugly, flat-chested little woman. But, may I throw away my monologue for a second? Can I show you something? Because I was talking a little to the audience before. I am not flat-chested tonight. I usually am flat-chested, but I bought a brassiere today that is so... No. Would you mind, Carolyn? Wait. Voila! This is all rubber, let me tell you, which is... No, which is very good, because if I fall down, bounce right back up. And, it is called, for any of you out there that are flat-chested, and there are many of you, and now let's look at the women. Remember those jokes? But for any of you that are flat-chested out there, this is called the push-up, shove-over bra. It pushes from here everything. They just push. All the skin has just been moved up. My belly button is right here going. But let me tell you, it makes me feel great because how many of you know what I'm telling you? But you like to be curvy. You know what I'm telling you? My wedding night was a disaster because I have 0. My husband said, "Let me help you with the buttons," and I said, "I'm naked." Funny to you, high school kids. No, because you don't know. I was 28 before I got married and desperate. I mean, I was such a dog. To get me down the aisle, they threw a bone. You know what I'm telling you? When I got married, thank goodness, I always knock on wood, my mother thrilled. She wore a cheerleading outfit. I mean, just standing there going, hooray for June. And my mother-in-law, Edgar's mother, not so thrilled. Never said anything, my mother-in-law, lovely lady, but she wouldn't buy a new dress for the wedding. Does that tell you? Showed up in a half slip and a bra. And, I knew she didn't like me when they wheeled in the wedding cake and she bit the head off the bride. But otherwise, the marriage is great. It's not like it was in the beginning, because like you're married, right? How long you married? 20 years. You look very good, 20 years. Oh. Did you fix it? Oh, this is California, grow up. They pull and they snip, you know that. But, no, but things changed. Hasn't it changed after 20 years? What's your name? Artists. In the beginning, wasn't it better? The little nightgown and the games? Remember? Oh, you remember? Yes. Catch me. Remember those games? I'm married 9 years. We still play catch me, but we walk. You know, it's catch me. Can I catch you tomorrow? Sure. Tomorrow's even better. I'll know in advance. I'll take a bath. What the heck? No, because I'm letting myself go a little bit. You know why? Because I'm a first wife. First wives let themselves... Are you first wife or second wife, Otis? First. No. First wives, we were never told what counts. We were never told that men care about looks. We were told men care that you keep the house clean, which is junk. Am I right? Housework is stupid. You make the bed, you do the dishes. 6 months later, you got to start all over again. It's stupid. Second wives don't carry on. They don't dust. Once a month, they go... I mean, it's a whole... A second wife, the husband wants a hot meal. She puts a little Ben Gay on the sandwich. I mean, yes! First wife, because there are a lot of first wives here. I can tell. Put your rings out. I'll tell you who's the first wife, who's the second wife. First wife. Yes, first wife. No. Second wife? Right. Then you must be on welfare. You animal, where's the ring? No, because you know why? First wives, we don't ask. First wives, we were brought up to be polite. You get a lousy ring, you say thank you. Remember that? Thank you for the crummy ring. Thank you for the cloth coat. That's a first wife. Second wife, what's this? What is it, a joke? What does it tell the weather? Are you nuts? What is this? And the men like them better. Look at the second wife over here, right? Look at this, the blondie here, cutesy cute. This is what they like. This is what they like. Shallow. This is what they like. Good looking and shallow. Because you know why? Because first wives were too good. We worry the hair grows gray. Husband has a heart condition, we're upset. We pawn our rings to buy him a pacemaker. Anything, right? Second wife, the husband's got a heart condition. She's walking behind him going, boom! That's the difference. Yes! That's why second time they look for looks. Look at what's sitting here. Adorable with no bra. This is what they like. This is what they like! I'm sorry, Carol, I can't help it. This is a lecture. Because you know what? See, men... Listen, you high school kids out there, some of you. Men look for looks. Remember that. Don't waste your time learning to read a book. Now, a friend of mine just remarried a girl, gave her a big ring, and she is stupid. She's walking, she's walking around saying, God made me an animal. All I do is sleep and make love, and the men, bleh. I said to my husband, big deal, I do the same thing. He said, but she doesn't do it at the same time. I have no sex appeal. I get so easy for you, you love me. What about my husband? The only reason I had the kid is because he tosses and turns in his sleep.
Yet. It's almost curtain time.
Patience, my pet. I'm just putting the finishing touches to an already perfect face. Well, how do I look?
About as well as make-believe would allow. Come along, darling. We don't want to be late for our last performance.
Yes?
Why?
Well, if it isn't our little underlings.
I believe the word is understudies.
Whatever.
We're very sorry that the two of you never got a chance to set foot on the stage during the run of our play, but that's showbiz.
Yes. And since tonight is closing, I guess you're just out of luck. Pity.
Well, it was very nice meeting you,
Marcia Hanson.
Oh, yes, Marcia Hanson. It's a lovely name. Too bad you'll probably never see it up in lights. Come along, darling. We don't want to keep our fans waiting. Ta-ta.
Well, now what do you think of my idea?
I'm only sorry you didn't think of it sooner.
Come on.
Gloria, darling, I'm home.
Oh, Wendell! Wendell, this is such a lovely idea of yours. A second honeymoon for us in Florence.
Yes, and I was able to get reservations in that quaint little hotel where we spent our first honeymoon.
You were? I'm so happy.
But, Angel, we must hurry. Our plane leaves within the hour.
Oh, yes, don't worry. I've packed our bags. They're in the bedroom. Why don't you fetch them while I pour the champagne?
What a wonderful idea. I shall count the moments.
And I shall count the seconds. I got it.
What are you doing here? Where's the prop man?
Well, he wasn't feeling very well, Mr. Frunton, so I said I'd help out. Here's your suitcase.
You clumsy idiot! I think you broke my foot.
Shall I go on for you, sir? Wouldn't you like me to?
Yes? Oh, that's my cue. Get out of the way. Coming, darling.
Oh, Wendell, I can hardly wait to set foot in Florence again.
I can hardly wait to set my foot, too.
Oh, darling, do you remember how romantic you were on our first honeymoon?
Yes.
When you carried me over the threshold, I leapt into your
Gloria,
arms.
Darling, why don't you go get your coat?
All right.
Well, I go over to the phone for the cab, and then we off on our wonderful trip.
I shall, dear. What are you doing here? Where is my wardrobe, mistress?
She had to run an errand for the prop man, so I'm just helping.
Now then, give me my... Ow! That's on my...
Sorry, Miss Murphy.
Ow! You almost broke it. Is that my water? Well, give it to me.
Yes, so it was just sitting here, Miss Mundane.
Gee, yes, sir. It's just sitting here, Miss Mundane. Well, at least you're good for something.
That's lemon juice.
Gosh, I'm awfully sorry. Maybe I better finish the
No,
plate.
you won't. No, you won't. Oh, Gloria! I'm coming with you. Oh, darling, I love you so much. Kiss me, my precious. I said, kiss me, my precious. Come on, darling, pucker up. I'll get it. Hello? Yes, sir. Oh, no, sir. Are you sure, sir? Very well, sir. If you say so, sir.
Who was it, darling?
It was my employer. I'm afraid we'll have to cancel our trip.
Cancel our trip, you say?
Yes.
Well, that tears it.
I'm sorry, my darling. Perhaps next year.
No, I'm afraid there won't be a next year, Wendell, because I'm leaving you.
Leaving me, sir?
That's what I said, yes.
I didn't understand. Just a moment ago, you said how much you loved me.
You don't understand? Well, I'll explain it to you then. Our marriage has been one series of disappointments after another. Well, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the disappointments, the misery, and the pain. So therefore, Wendell, I guess this is goodbye.
Very well. If my love means so little to you, then goodbye. I'll get my coat. I'll send for the rest of my things later. You again? Give me that coat.
Oh, here, let me open the door
Never
for you,
mind.
Mr. Frunton.
Never mind, I can get it. Oh.
I'm on. Gloria, darling, are you sure you won't change your mind about this?
Yes, Wendell, I'm absolutely sure that it's a decision I knew that had to be made, and I'm quite confident that it's the right one.
Well, very well, very well. If there's no other way, I'll just get my golf bag and I'll be gone.
Goodbye, Gloria.
Goodbye, goodbye. No, no, wait. Wait, you must forgive me. I can't bear to see you go like this. Perhaps I was making a mistake.
You!
Please forgive me when I said I would leave you. I could never leave you, Wendell, because I love you. Don't you understand?
Rush into my arms, darling.
Yes, my darling. I'm yours. I'm so...
Oh, darling Gloria, what other fools we've been. I remember the very first day we met. You literally knocked me off my feet.
And I know now, darling, that we'll never be apart again.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so very happy. I knew that I could never live without you because you're the only one.
My darling! Curtain, you fool's curtain!
This year's television season has introduced many new shows, and tonight we'd like to pay tribute to some of our favorites.
That was a lovely lunch. We must do it again, Sergeant Henderson.
Sergeant Henderson. Oh, Mitch, can't you just for once forget that I'm a policewoman and think of me as just plain old Salty?
Oh, I'm sorry, Salty, but it's hard for me to forget that you're a flatfoot.
But try, Mitch. I mean, look at me. I'm a woman. I'm flesh and blood. I have the same wants and needs and desires as any other woman. I'm the same as any other average woman.
Yes, I suppose you're right. Well, come on, I'll drive you home.
Oh, Mitch, I had to.
Yeah, what is it, miss?
I am Chiquita. I come for a job. I am a very good mechanic. Wow!
You're a mechanic?
Oh, see, I do the great body work. I can rotate the tires. I can get the motor started. Wow! I would like all the people throughout the world to drive these safe cars.
Look, miss, I'm a bigoted old man.
You?
Yes? You're a member of a minority race and you're also a girl. Both those things are no good for my heart.
Oh, but I am great in the car. I am very good with the cylinder. I can fix the 8-cylinder. I can fix the 6-cylinder. Whoa, I say something naughty. Whoa! You know, I think that if we all pitch in and work together, the oil crisis will be solved.
Okay, you're hired.
I am so very happy. Oh, no, thank you. Wow!
It's my heart! Quick! Give me my pills and a glass of water over there.
It's not my job, man.
My name is Rhonda Hammerstein. I was born in New York City in October 1942. I've always felt responsible for Halloween. The first thing I remember liking that liked me back was exploding potatoes. I had a bad puberty. It started about 5 minutes ago. I'm a junior high school graduate, and after junior high school, I took a correspondence course where I studied meat cutting by mail. I flunked brisket. At the age of 24, I moved out of the house, and my mother still refers to it as the time I moved out of the house. I eventually ran to Minneapolis, which is in a different time zone, and I figured I'd look younger there. Well, I'm back in New York now. New York, this is your last chance. I recognized you, Mary.
Been away from home too long, and I'm hearing rumors that you done me wrong. My phone bills cost a fortune, so I'm coming back to you. And if you want my loving, here's all you gotta do. All you gotta do. If you don't wrap those jammies round the old white pine, I'll jump off a plane, blow off my brain, swallow a ball of twine. If I don't see those pink pajamas round the old white pine. Round the old white pine. Oh yeah. Round the old white pine. Oh yeah. Round the old white pine. Oh yeah. Now the whole downtown is screaming, chills are running down my spine. I see those torn pajamas round that old bloody white pine. Thank you. I love you. I love you.
It's been many years since the days of my youth on Walnut's Mound. Years spent in the bosom of a beautiful, tender, warm family where seldom was heard a discouraging word, which was strange because if there ever was a family that had a right to be discouraged, it was mine. I remember those days clearly, mostly because nothing has happened in my life since. I remember the day when money came into our lives and almost destroyed us all.
Pass the salt, John Girl.
Let somebody else pass it, you mangy old sidewinder. Can't you see John Girl's writing?
You're such a minx when you get angry.
I had such a wonderful day today. I finally got that burnt spot off my favorite pie.
You did good. That's nothing. I found an old plaid rag for my quilt.
Yeah? I tell you, I saw the goat scratching himself against a post.
Guess what? I saw Pollywog in the creek today.
And guess what I saw? I saw a dragonfly hovering over the big sky.
Oh, that must have been a proudful moment, John Girl. Did you make a note of it?
I purely did, Daddy Man.
Remember, only poor folks get to see such things.
Yes.
Right. Yes, it was a normal day on the mound. Everyone sitting around the table talking about their humble, tedious adventures when suddenly something occurred.
Hush, hush, hush. Something's occurred.
Something's happened.
It's an incident.
It's a knock on the door.
Who shall open it? Grandma can't. She's quilting.
Well, the children can't. They're eating their meager portion of beans, this being the Depression and all.
I can't. I'm senile.
Very door.
But you were writing down a thought, John girl.
I think I can retain it, Mama Woman. Why, hello there, sir.
Hello. I'm a rich city man.
Well, I'm John Girl Walnut.
John girl? Isn't there some sex confusion here?
That's a big city word, mister. We don't talk like that around here.
I wanted my eldest to be a boy. That's perfectly understandable, isn't it, in a decent American family?
And don't you get the idea that I'm a sissy just because I wear glasses and write.
Sir, I wish to build a big amusement park here on the mound, and I'm willing to pay you $1 million for it.
$1 million in money?
What's money, Mama?
Oh, heaven have mercy. I never thought my children would live to hear such things.
We don't go for money around here, mister.
Just think, people, what $1 million could do for you.
Daddy, is $1 million a lot?
Hush, dear.
Did you hear that? I never seen your mother so angry. Children, my instinct is to boot this depraved ogre out on his effete backside. But us being a democratic American family and all that, I guess we'd better discuss it. Family?
Hi, Pa.
For $1 million, I could, well, with that, I could buy new overalls for all of you.
I could have me a new thimble.
And I would purely admire having my own toothbrush.
And I'd dearly love to have a new scrub bucket.
And I reckon I could use some ink for my pen on account I've been writing for 3 years now. Nothing's come out on the paper. Now, wait a minute. What's got into us anyway? Look at us. Being corrupted by the mere thought of money. I mean, can money buy the joys of poverty? Can money buy the ecstasy of drudgery? I think not. I mean, I've got my memories living here on Walnut Mound. Memories of whittling and throwing rocks. Memories of stepping on the squishy figs in the front yard. Memories of stealing a catfish and sucking on poison huckleberries. Memories light the corners of my mind. Misty watercolored memories of the way I was.
Get to the point, John girl.
My point is, Daddy man, what kind of memories do we want our brothers and sisters to have? Memories of servants and swimming pools and separate handkerchiefs? Well, I think not.
Oh, thank you, John girl. That did it. Out, you city pervert. Thank you, John girl, for waking me up.
You're welcome, Daddy man.
You said some mighty pretty words there, John girl.
Exactly what did I say?
Well, you were talking about you didn't have any clothes on.
Everybody speak a little slower, please. Now, one at a time. Good night, Mama Woman.
Good night, John girl.
Night, Daddy man.
Night, John girl.
Night, Jeremiah girl.
Good night, John girl.
Night, Jasper girl.
Good night, John girl.
Good night, Eudora boy.
Good night, John girl.
Good night, Clorinda boy.
Good night, John girl.
Good night, Grandma lady.
Good night, John girl.
Good night, Joe Lynch. I spent most of my life in poverty after that, till I sold this series. And as I have matured and aged and withered, I have often thought back to that day and said to myself, John girl, what a bunch of dummies we were.
Good evening, and welcome to tonight's Young People's Concert. How many of us are familiar with Peter and the Wolf?
Oh. Peter the Wolf is a concert piece designed to introduce the instruments of the orchestra to children's tiny minds. And it tells a story so that the children's tiny attention will not wander. We've been terribly concerned that no such work exists to introduce the various voices to the kiddies. So we've commissioned one, a new work for narrator, chorus, and 4 actors. And here it is. It's called Sarah and the Moose.
What you have just heard is called a chorus. A chorus is made up of basses who make the sound way down low in their chests, like this. And tenors who make the sound all the way up in their noses, like this. And altos who make the sound in their sinus cavities, like this. And sopranos. No one really knows where that sound comes from. Now, in our story, the basses will sing the theme of the moose, which sounds like this. Can't you just see his big furry nose and his big hairy ears? The altos sing the theme of Sarah, which goes like this. The tenors sing the theme of the forest ranger, which goes like this. And the sopranos sing the theme of Sarah's Aunt Fanny. Aunt Fanny has been sick and sounds like this. Doesn't that remind you of one of your sick aunts? Now, if you can remember those themes, we can start our story. One morning, Sarah woke up all trembly and excited because it was Saturday and there was no school. And besides, it was her birthday. Under her pillow, there was the present she had wished for, a moose call. And off she ran to show it to her friend, the forest ranger.
That is the most beautiful moose call I ever did see,
said the forest ranger, his blue eyes a twinkle.
Let us call some mooses,
said Sarah. And she puffed up her cheeks and blew. But no moose answered.
Let me try it,
said the forest ranger, his blue eyes a-dancing, and he puffed up his cheeks and blew. And they waited.
Here, moose.
And they waited.
Here, moose. Here, moose.
And then they heard footsteps. And more footsteps. And then suddenly, right behind them, a big footstep. And Sarah shouted.
That's no moose, that's my Aunt Fanny.
That is no way to call a moose.
Finally, said Aunt Fanny, who always knew better than anybody else.
Let me show you.
And Aunt Fanny, who could never let well enough alone, puffed up her cheeks and blew. Oh, goodness, Aunt Fanny has swallowed the moose call. And suddenly from the forest, the mating call was answered. And thundering out of the forest came a real live moose.
Oh, looky.
Said Sarah. Said Aunt Fanny.
Moo.
Responded the moose. Run! Said the ranger, his blue eyes agog. And so they ran. But there isn't an auntie in the world who can outrun a really interested bull moose. And in hardly more than a trice, the moose caught Auntie. After dating for a while, they found a really meaningful relationship and had the wildest wedding the Elks Club has ever seen. Today in the forest, you can find the four of them. The forest ranger, Sarah, a quite contented moose, and his wife, the former Aunt Fanny. And that's the end of our story. Now, wasn't that a painless way to learn all about voices? We shan't forget, shall we? Basses on the bottom. Above them the tenors. Above them the altos. And somewhere up there in seventh heaven, Aunt Fanny and the Sopranos.
Be sure and be with us next week. Tim Conway will be with us. And remember, if we don't do something about pollution today, tomorrow may be too late. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Good night. Thank you.
Played by Dick Patterson. The preceding program was recorded before a live audience.